Well, a $4.56 million Squid Game winner has been crowned. A real-life one, and the person who won might be someone who is already a millionaire.
I definitely believe that if people know how much money I've made in poker, that they will think I'm undeserving to win Squid Game. For sure, I'm not gonna share that information.
Steve Jones, a runner-up here this year, for $6.5 million. What a showing for this non-pro.
Yes, another round of Squid Game the Challenge is done. It's over. One player took home all the marbles. You know, and speaking of marbles, if you missed the first half of the season, I did a video on that, so you can go watch that to catch up and come back here. But alright, let's get back to it. So the big cliffhanger for the first set of episodes was that everyone is going to be playing marbles. And if you're not familiar with the show, essentially everyone gets marbles and they're facing off against one other person. Win the other person's marbles and you advance, they don't. And it's up to the two of you to figure out how you want to do this, whatever kind of game you want. You could be the best at throwing it in this jar thing, you could make a target, you could do pick a hand, win a marble, you just have to figure it out within a time limit or you both go. And because of how things ended in the previous game, everyone had paired up with someone they were close to, so now we've got alliances being broken off. For example, the dad goes up against his daughter, and the brother-sister duo don't even want to play the game. Bro over here just decides he's not going through. 72 is way more social than he is, so he figures she has a better shot at winning, and he just gives her all his marbles. And when all is said and done, the numbers are now cut in half, and we're down to 22 people left. But okay, at this point, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on, like new games and new ways to eliminate people, and if you saw the last video, you'll be familiar with player 98 here. Not many people like him, and he gets eliminated in this game where two sides have to pick one person to sacrifice themselves to save the other two, and whichever side does it first eliminates not just the sacrificed player, but everyone on the other side.
Hurry up. I'm done.
What?
But this bald villain wasn't the real bald villain of this series. No, let me introduce you to the real Lex Luthor of this season, Player 183.
In 2023 in the summer, I finished second in the World Series of Poker main event, and I won $6.5 million.
Ah, great, so he's already a millionaire. And he actually won more than this show's prize pool, so this is like peasant change to him. And spoiler alert, he's not going anywhere anytime soon, so...
Yeah, the rich get richer.
So yeah, as the show moves on, I was so ready for this guy to go home. However, through all these minigames and little things that happen, 183 is a survivor. Until we get to the next big game. And no, they're not going to make them try to jump across a bridge and avoid a giant skipping rope, but yes, someone will be sent flying. As the next game is slides and ladders. They divide everyone into teams of two, you roll the dice, and if you hit a ladder, you go up. If you hit a slide, you go down, but pick the wrong slide and...
See ya.
Oh, that is so extra, and I'm assuming this is all special effects, right? This is all fake, right, Squid Game people? Right? So yeah, everyone except player 398 here goes on to play the game. But because they had uneven numbers, 398 is left over and luckily gets to completely pass through this game. And the tone for slides and ladders is set when the yellow team here lands on one of these mystery cards, which tells them to send one team to the next unused slide, and they have to both go down. I mean, both have to pick a different slide and go down at the same time, meaning one is going to go and pop out at one of the other squares, and the other one will... You know what, that never gets old. So silly, so stupid. But yeah, 183 here is the lucky 50-50 winner, and he's just staring down the yellow team the whole time, and he's only got one thing on his mind.
Revenge.
Well, luckily for him, he then lands on another wild card, and what he gets is...
Send a team to any ladder or any unused slide.
Any team?
And with the yellow team not only far ahead and a good strategic pick, but also a revenge pick, this one's an absolute no-brainer for 183 the Millionaire.
Feels better to do yellow.
Yeah, that's fair enough. They took your teammate out.
Yeah, that's what they get. That's what they get. I hope one of them disappears.
And well, oh, there goes Zoe, the last one remaining of the father-daughter duo, as she sent down the green screen tube. But now, player 72 here is also livid. Emotions are flying. She also wants revenge, and 183 is going...
At this point, I'm just thinking 72 is just an overly emotional person. If you come for me, my retaliation is gonna be to come for you.
Yeah, he's basically looking at her and going,
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? I don't know why you're crying so much. It's just a game.
and okay, it is just a game, but it's also for $4.56 million, so of course people are in their feels. So when player 72 gets another card and that lets her choose another team to miss a turn, she's looking at all these players ahead of her and 183 behind her, and everyone else is saying, come on, 72, pick strategy over passion. Pick strategy over passion, and 72 goes...
I pick red.
And well, the game gets heavier and heavier the more the wild cards come out. Like the pink team gets a card that lets them skip a slide, and 72 gets another card where she can choose someone to go back to the beginning, and so she goes, okay, pink team is far along, they have an advantage, they should be the ones to go back. And number 327 here is really not happy about it. She's a mom, and she's been very vocal about doing this for her son, so she passes by going,
I'm so sorry.
I can tell that to my son.
Tell that to my son, she said.
That's what she's here for, honey.
I know.
ooh, the pettiness is coming out now. We're close to the end, and people are feeling it.
I'm really angry. I hope she feels really bad.
She says while 72 is there crying about her comment. But yeah, 72 is just playing the game, and yeah, 327 is of course going to be angry. And well, one by one they all pass through, with only 6 teams being able to make it. Blue goes through, purple goes through, green goes through, and yep, player 183 eventually makes it.
Congratulations, Red Team. You have passed the game.
Then 327 makes it as well, as more teams get close, but roll badly and hit the top floor slide back down. Even 72 eventually gets there and is the last person to make it, which means this lady on the blue team who lost her partner to the slide and the orange team are now gone, which is really sad for the orange team, as at one point they were just one roll away from exiting but got the exact number they needed to slide back down. But yeah, as a result of this game, everyone is really emotional and enemies have emerged. Despite everyone realizing, oh whoops, we still have more game to play, so we better apologize to everyone to try and reduce the targets on our back. Like, 327 does apologize to 72, but 72 is still going,
Girl, you said what you said, and I know how you move now. And like, you're gonna guilt trip me to feel bad for you? Like, well, tell it to my poor family.
And totally, everyone has their own story. I mean, 327's is actually heartbreaking, as we learn her son has a degenerative, incurable lung disorder, and he's 8. As a parent myself, I was torn by this, but they all have their own reasons for playing. Everyone there is trying to better themselves, or in one case, to try and pad those poker winnings, cause, you know, he's already won 7 figures, and if he wins this, that would bring the total to 8 figures. 8! And that would be sweet. So up next, they're playing Circle of Trust, which if you watched the last season of Squid Game the Challenge, you'll recognize. Here, everyone gets blindfolded, and one person is randomly selected to place a gift on another person's desk. And that person will get eliminated unless they're able to guess who it is who put the gift on their desk. In which case, the gifter then gets eliminated. So yeah, there are a few strategies here. You could pick someone you don't like, but that might be obvious, or you could betray someone who'd never expect it was you. Like 327 is going, she could pick 72 and get someone out who wants to probably get her out, but instead she goes for the less obvious 110. And number 110 then thinks it might be 72, but also she's going,
Who do you think this is? I think it's 327.
327. I have no reason to vote off.
I mean, I just looked at body language.
Oh, you just know that 327 is trying her best not to sweat all over the place. Instead, 110 picks 318 here, and he's like, nope, it's not me. You shouldn't have picked me.
Oh!
Player 110.
I told you.
Oh, once more, so extra. And as this game gets played, sometimes the show tells us who's picking who, and sometimes it's anonymous, so even we don't know what's going on. And 183 here thinks this is gonna be so easy. Cause, you know, he's a poker player, and he does end up eliminating 2 people, but one of them is 361. And 361 is friends with 302. I know, these are a lot of numbers coming at you, but 302 happens to be a cop, a literal investigator who's clocking how bad of a poker face 183 actually has. Like in the early part of the game, he was all smiles, but now that's gone. He's tense. And so she tries to warn 361, but at the last second, she worries she might be wrong and that would send her friend to her doom. And so she says, you've made it this far, go with your gut. And yeah, 361 chooses wrong. Ultimately though, we come down to 6 players and the game is over, with 183, 302, 72, 398, 17, and 327 making it. All the while, 302 is staring 183 down, and she straight up asks if he's the one who put the box on her friend's desk, and 183 makes a bit of a blunder here cause he actually goes,
"Did you do Faith?"
Yeah,
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, I do feel really bad about that.
So now 302 is gunning for, you know,
Revenge.
which for now we'll have to wait as the tuxedos come out in preparation for the final game. Well, not entirely because they make them play a little bit of shuffleboard to eliminate one more person, and it comes down to 398 and 327 where 398 wins out. But oof, 398 is not feeling great. He has been affected. I mean, all through the last few episodes, he's been doing stuff like whispering to himself going,
Thank you for this opportunity, God. I don't take it for granted. Thank you for the people I've met. Jesus, win or lose, I'll still trust you.
and the same stuff continues at the final tuxedo meal, which, again, if you're not familiar with the fictional show, this is something that they do there. But while they all get to enjoy some wine and a steak dinner, the frontman's also going,
Not so fast.
Yup, he's got yet another game. The man's working harder than Jigsaw over here. So basically, for this game, one person, based on their seating arrangement, picks 2 coins. One will be black, the other gold. The next person has to guess which coin is gold. If they guess wrong, they take the black coin and go to the next person and do the same thing. Last person with the black coin is eliminated. And 183 is lucky, he gets to go first. And he's thinking this is perfect for him, he's a professional bluffer. But then 398, who's second, he throws a curveball.
I want to take the black one.
You want to take the black one?
Yes.
Well, then you should do that.
Which at first seems so weird, like what is he doing? For a moment I thought his strategy was...
Reverse psychology is an awesome tool. I don't know if you guys know about it, but basically you make someone think the opposite of what you believe, and that tricks them into doing something stupid.
But then he insists, and 183 tells him honestly where the black coin is, and he actually picks it, which baffles 183 and the rest of the group. But as 398 starts to tear up, it then dawns on them what he's trying to do.
You're not about to self-eliminate and tell everybody, are you?
Yup, 398 stands up and says he loves each and every one of their stories, probably not knowing that this dude is a poker millionaire, by the way. And you know, at the end of the day...
Yeah, it's just money.
So, one by one, he tells the remaining players where the gold coin is, so they all pass, and...
Jesus, I know you got me. I'm John. Fine. Trust you 100%.
Which means it's now down to 4 players, with the final game being actually a bit of a surprise.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Ah, great. Another Squid Game sound that I'm gonna have stuck in my head for the next month. So to finish things off, we've got Red Light, Green Light. The game that's typically the first one, but is now the last. Which in my opinion is a much better decision than what they did for last season. Here, all you have to do is run for the finish line, but if this creepy doll catches you moving when she turns around, that's it, you're out. And personally, I thought the advantage was with player 17 here, because back in Mingle Game, she had this moment where she thought she was out, but then someone yelled,
We're out, we're out.
Hey, we need one more.
One more, right now.
and she bolted over and barely survived. But here in the very first round, she actually goes too fast and... which, hey, is how this game works. It's not a sprint, and 183 learns that the hard way as his poker luck finally runs out, and the chase for that money leads him to... So we're now down to 2, player 72 and 302, who are neck and neck through the entirety of this thing. That is until...
Something's wrong. I felt a pop.
And just like that, she's injured. Out she goes. And all 72 has to do is cross the line to win $4.56 million. She betters the life of herself and her family, and, you know, hopefully gives her bro a new PlayStation or something because he purposefully eliminated himself to give her a shot. Like, game on, king. Sis is getting you COD for life. So that's it for this recap of Squid Game The Challenge Season 2. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.